So here we go. This is looking at a Buddha image, and it's already the drawing there. This is only a black and white printout. There is some colour. Is starting to suggest the Sarawut style. Now I am assuming that from what's done already, these look like darker areas, that the shadow, the darkest part's going to be this side, which means the light is coming from that side. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to start with my darkest colour. Colours I have is the colours I'm going to use. This isn't black, this is a very dark blue. It's Prussian blue, there's a regular blue, and we've got white, and we've got red. So I'm going to start with the Prussian blue down the sides where I can see the darkest shadow. Just going to try out my brush stroke down the edges here. And once I've mixed the colour, I'm just going to get the point tip of my brush. So this is just making darker the parts that are already quite dark. I'm trying to do is to pick out mainly the darkest parts. Sometimes moving the brush very lightly, hardly touching it, can get this streaky dry brush effect, like this, where I'm just varying how hard I'm pressing the brush down. Now I do need to bring this into certain parts here to help me give the idea of the features of the Buddha. And now I'm going to use less paint as I go across. I'm now going to change to the other blue, regular blue. Again, just going to try it up here. Clean my brush So I'm just dipping the tip of the brush in here and start introducing some of that blue colour. Now I'm going to mix some lighter blue. It's always best to start with the white and then add touches of the darker colour. So I'm trying to find the spaces between the colours I've already painted. Work on that edge. What I'm doing is actually working on this while the different colours are wet. It's usually best to wait for each colour to dry before you go on top of it. See here that I should have put some of the darker stuff in here as well. Just going to add that to get that shape of the ear. One or two darker little touches to get the shape of the eyebrows, and then some up here. Try to get back the shape of the nose. you've got to be careful that you, for cleaning, it'd be easier to start with the lighter colours. I just prefer to start with the dark shadows first because I think it gives the feeling of shape a lot quicker. So I'm just going to add some white now for the highlighted areas. You can see how my white's blending in a bit because it's wet. What I'm just trying to make sure is that this left side is much lighter than the other side. The idea of the mouth, and then onto the nose. And this is where the eyelids are. So again, it depends how much detail you think you need. That's probably enough by now. If you do, I can see in Sarawut's work there's some touches of other colours. There's reds, there's orange, there's yellows. Again, you should let this dry, but what you might just want to do is introduce some of the other colours in places. Again, just be careful how much you actually do. And the danger is that you're going to do too much. So it's always best to do less than you think and then have a look at it a bit later. But hopefully that is easy enough to follow and will help you if you're doing the Sarawut style.